We're now joined by James Horne, who is the president of Junior Achievement in the state of New Jersey. Good to see you, Jim.
Good to be here.
Let everybody know, as we put up the website for Junior Achievement, what it is and why it's such an important organization.
Sure. So Junior Achievement tries to provide young people with financial literacy skills and skills to really prepare them to move into adulthood. So in New Jersey, we have a couple of programs that we offer here in our site in Edison, our capstone facility. We have our BizTown and Finance Park. BizTown is really more designed for the high school students. Finance Parks provide services to the 5th to 8th grade students. We also do programs in schools with the same model in mind to provide financial literacy information to students throughout New Jersey.
So first of all, on my end, Jim, I apologize. I was remiss. Congratulations. You are a new president as we speak.
3 weeks in, Steve. 3 weeks in.
Impressive. Good stuff. Let's talk a little bit more about not only the programmatic piece of this, but my interaction with Junior Achievement over the years I've always been fascinated by the financial literacy part of it. Explain to folks, Jim, why the financial literacy piece is so important to the development of young people.
Well, I think a lot of times we take it for granted that young people understand how to manage money and how to manage their finances. And what we find is that young people that don't have that experience, number one, and then they make significant mistakes in their life, run up credit cards, go into debt, get bad credit, which impacts their lives as they move through adulthood for a substantial period of time. So financial literacy is really critical with helping young people understand how to manage the funds that they have, how to make choices on what's to spend that's a necessity versus a want, and really, again, preparing them to ensure that they've got the resources to support themselves and their families as they move into adulthood.
I'm curious, financial literacy, the economics of an organization, particularly a not-for-profit like yours, like ours, like any not-for-profit, including the world of public broadcasting, all of us affected, impacted by COVID. What has been the greatest impact of COVID 2.5 years plus into this pandemic on Junior Achievement?
Well, I think we're still experiencing, and this is a great example of that, our ability to provide services in person was limited, which also reduced our ability to have mentors in front of young people so they could see and interact with role models, not only to get the financial literacy training, but to have some face-to-face time with someone who's walked their walk and been in their pathway. And we've been, kind of moved to the virtual environment. Although I want to say and applaud Junior Achievement of New Jersey for making that shift and continuing to serve students, we realize that that interaction, that face-to-face interaction is very valuable for young people.
And the other piece of this, Jim, is that what town did you grow up in?
Actually, I'm not from New Jersey. I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut. And, the interesting thing about that for me is I was a Junior Achievement student.
That's where I was going, Jim.
Yeah.
So how did you even connect with Junior Achievement as a kid growing up?
Well, my mom, I was raised by a single parent. My dad died when I was young, 10 years old. And Mom realized that she needed to get me and my other brothers into activities to keep us safe and off the street while she had to go to work. And so in addition to the Boys and Girls Clubs, the Ys, when it came time for high school, here was Junior Achievement. So it was an extracurricular activity in the evening that was providing me with some information, how to manage a business, what the different components of running a business were. And really also, again, that mentor in your life at a young age so that you could have a conversation, you have a problem. It was really instrumental for me personally, which is why when I got the call from the search firm, it really piqued my interest to explore this opportunity.
The issue of college affordability, accessibility, all those issues matter, but the question of the value of a higher education is continually talked about, more so, I believe now, with the advent of COVID, for a lot of reasons. What do you believe, as the leader of Junior Achievement in the state and understanding Junior Achievement, what is the message of junior achievement as it relates to college?
Well, I think the one thing that we have to realize, and particularly in this day and time, due to the cost of higher education and other factors, that one size doesn't fit all. I mean, junior achievement's real objective is to prepare young people for the jobs that will be available in the future. We have an aging workforce, as you and I both know, and there are some jobs that pay, very well that don't require a college education, but they do require credentialing. Not to say that a young person that wants to move on to higher education should be dissuaded from that, but we also want to understand that there are other opportunities for young people, and our labor force needs young people to think about other pathways beyond just a traditional college, four-year college track.
Well said. Before I let you go, volunteers, a big part of junior achievement, is about volunteers. What do you need volunteers for?
Our volunteers are instrumental to the work that we do. We actually train them to deliver the curriculum, and what that does for us, it reduces our costs, obviously. So if we've got volunteers from different companies that come and participate, go through our training modules, they can deliver the services to the students both here in Edison and Camden and the high school there. So it's really critical for us to have volunteers that are committed. And when I say committed, that are going to show up when they say they're going to show up, that can deliver the curriculum, and also that are caring adults. So it's a real important element of the work that we do.
Jim Horne is the president, as of 3 weeks ago, as we do this program, of Junior Achievement in the state of New Jersey. And we were fortunate to have him from Connecticut originally. Hey, Jim, all the best to you and the team at Junior Achievement. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Steve.
I'm Steve Adubato. That's the president of Junior Achievement, Jim Horne. We'll see you next time.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation. Funding has been provided by the Turrell Fund, supporting Reimagine Childcare, Johnson & Johnson, University Hospital, NJM Insurance Group, Bank of America, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, New Jersey Sharing Network, the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, and by New Jersey's Clean Energy Program. Promotional support provided by NorthJersey.com and Local IQ, part of the USA Today network, and by the New Jersey Business and Industry Association.
Nurses, you rise to the challenge every day. We see you and stand with you. You're scientists, healers, rock star nurses. You give 100%, then find 50% more. For health systems to work, it takes nurses. And for 125 years, we've championed your innovation and grit. And like you, we'll never stop.